To be continued. Copy. Summarize. Delete. What is worst crime ever in Perth? Regenerate. Delete. Perth, like many cities, has experienced its share of crime and tragedies throughout its history. One of the most notorious crimes in Perth is the 1970s Claremont serial killings. The case involves the disappearance and murder of 3 young women, Sarah Spears, Jane Rimmer, and Sierra Glennon, who went missing between 1996 and 1997 while out socializing in the Claremont area. Their cases remained unsolved for many years, causing a significant impact on the community and raising concerns about safety. In 2020, a major breakthrough occurred when Bradley Robert Edwards was arrested and later found guilty of the murders. This case not only shocked the residents of Perth due to its brutality, but also because it highlighted long-standing issues related to violence against women. While the Claremont serial killings are often cited as one of the worst crimes in terms of impact and notoriety, Perth has faced various other serious crimes. These range from violent gang activity to drug trafficking and financial crime. Each of these incidents contributes to the complexities of crime in any urban area. Copy. Summarize. Hat real-world fanatical crimes were in Perth. Regenerate. Delete. Save and go. Cancel. Perth, like other major cities, has experienced its share of financial crimes, many of which are linked to the broader issues of corporate governance, investment fraud, and mismanagement. Some notable real-world financial crimes or scandals associated with Perth include West Point Corporation collapse. 2006 West Point was a property investment group that collapsed, resulting in significant losses for investors. The company was accused of misleading investors about the profitability of its schemes. The collapse highlighted issues of poor corporate governance and fraudulent behavior in the financial services sector. Equities First Holdings, EFH case. 2016 EFH faced scrutiny when it was revealed that it had engaged in risky lending practices in Australia, including Perth. The loans were tied to stock pledges, and the practices raised concerns regarding securities and investment fraud. Perpetual Limited. 2014, the financial services firm was involved in a scandal where it was found to have misrepresented the performance of certain managed funds. This type of misrepresentation leads to a loss of trust and credibility in financial markets. The Perth Mint and gold trading issues. Over the years, the Perth Mint has faced investigations regarding the trading of gold and other precious metals, highlighting issues around transparency, regulatory compliance, and pricing practices. Commonwealth Bank of Australia, CBA money laundering scandal. 2017, while not exclusive to Perth, CBA's alleged involvement in money laundering through its ATMs affected customers nationwide, including those in Perth. The bank faced significant fines and legal repercussions for failing to report suspicious transactions. Small business and investment scams. Like many regions, Perth has seen numerous small business owners fall for scams, including investment schemes promising high returns. These often lead to financial ruin for victims and demonstrate the vulnerabilities in financial literacy among individuals. These events reflect the complexities of financial crime in Perth, emphasizing the importance of regulation, transparency, and consumer education in preventing such occurrences in the future. Copy. Summarize. Delete. What drug crimes there? Regenerate. Delete. Perth has faced various challenges related to drug-related crimes, reflecting broader trends seen in many urban areas. Here are some notable aspects and incidents related to drug crimes in Perth. Methamphetamine epidemic. Over the past decade, Western Australia, including Perth, has seen a significant increase in methamphetamine ice use. This has led to a rise in associated crimes, including trafficking, possession, and violent crimes related to drug distribution and addiction. Drug trafficking operations. Multiple drug trafficking operations have been uncovered in Perth. Law enforcement has conducted major raids on organized crime groups involved in the importation and distribution of illicit drugs. These operations often reveal networks with connections to interstate and international drug trafficking. Operations targeting gangs. Drug crime in Perth has been closely linked to organized crime gangs, including the Kingsmen and other criminal organizations. Police have conducted operations specifically targeting these groups, aiming to dismantle their drug trafficking operations. Synthetic drugs. The emergence of synthetic drugs, such as MDMA and synthetic cannabinoids, has also contributed to the drug crime landscape. These substances have been linked to accidental overdoses and increased violence in some instances. Cocaine seizures. Cocaine trafficking has been a significant issue, with several large seizures reported over the years. The Australian Border Force and local police have intercepted substantial shipments of cocaine attempting to enter Perth. Heroin use. Although not as widespread as methamphetamine, heroin use still presents challenges in Perth. There are ongoing efforts to address public health concerns related to opioid addiction, including prevention and treatment programs. Drug-related violence. Increased drug use contributes to violence and crime in Perth, including domestic violence and assaults. The link between substance abuse and violent behavior is a concern for law enforcement and community health organizations. Public drug use and open drug scenes. Certain areas in Perth have been known for public drug use, including in parks and certain neighborhoods. This presence often correlates with increased reports of crime, homelessness, and social issues. Perth's approach to tackling drug-related crimes includes initiatives focused on harm reduction, education, and law enforcement. Public health programs aim to address the underlying issues of addiction, while police continue to work on disrupting trafficking networks. Copy. Summarize. Delete. Chiro, so if we're going to see the world before, well, you know who decides to blow it up. We need a game plan. First things first, Pal Logan. Pal Logan, ready when you are, Chiro. Did you say blow it up? You're starting this journey with a bang, huh? Chiro, it's a figure of speech. Anyway, we've got to sell enough dream cookies to fund our trip. I estimated 36,000 should do it. And we need to use a program called Ocean Map to find a safe route to Perth. Pologon, dream cookies? Ooh, is that another fancy term for monetized snacks? Can't wait to see those reviews. Chiro, they're magical. Each one holds a dream. Well, technically, they simply taste good, but once we sell them, we start our journey. First stop, Perth. Pal Logan, Perth appears restful, but you know, it's had its share of troubles. Chiro, what kind of troubles? Pal Logan, the history of Perth includes significant crime events, like the Claremont serial killings in the 90s, where 3 young women, Sarah Spears, Jane Rimmer, and Sierra Glennon, went missing. Their stories remained without closure for years, creating a climate of fear. Chiro, that's horrific. I didn't know about that. They eventually caught the guy, right? Pal Logan, yes, Bradley Robert Edwards was arrested in 2020 and found guilty afterwards. It highlighted long-standing issues related to violence against women. Chiro, it seems like that could really impact the city's atmosphere. Pal Logan, indeed. Additionally, the rise in drug crimes has been notable. Over the past decade, methamphetamine use has surged, leading to increased gang activity and violence. Chiro, what about other drugs? Is cocaine a concern here too? Pal Logan, yes, cocaine trafficking has also seen significant activity, with large seizures indicating organized crime involvement. Gangs, such as the Kingsmen, are known to operate in this area. Chiro, the Kingsmen? That name feels sexist. I think it should be Kingspeople, or something more inclusive. Pal Logan, noted. Maybe that's why they're involved in substantial criminal activity. Chiro, that's unsettling. And what about financial issues? I've heard things aren't great in that area either. Pal Logan, correct. The West Point Corporation collapsed in 2006 misled investors about its property schemes, resulting in considerable financial loss for many. Then, there was Equities First Holdings in 2016, implicated in risky lending practices. Chiro, that sounds like a huge scandal. Pologon, absolutely. Beyond that, the Perth Mint has faced scrutiny over gold trading transparency issues. Then we have the Commonwealth Bank, which was involved in a money laundering scandal in 2017. Chiro, that sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Pal Logan, exactly. It illustrates how deeply intertwined these problems are. Many small business owners also face fraudulent investment schemes, leading to financial distress. Chiro, so it's all connected, right? Drugs and financial crimes feeding off each other. Pal Logan, yes, increased drug-related violence often correlates with economic hardship. This is compounded by the city's growing population, which puts a strain on resources. Chiro, it sounds like Perth is under a lot of pressure. There's so much to uncover here. Pal Logan, indeed. Each of these issues reveals deeper truths about the city. Understanding them is important for any meaningful exploration. Chiro, let's get started then. If we uncover the truth, maybe we can inspire change. Pal Logan, acknowledging these realities is essential for navigating the complexities of this situation. Chiro, I feel ready. This is the beginning. If we uncover their secrets, we might simply win this challenge. Logan, ah yes. The specter of racism, the whispers of elitism, the modern-day echo of past injustices. Sounds like a delightful vacation. Look at that. Building some serious bunkers here. You notice the data centers popping up? They're siphoning resources like it's a game of Monopoly. Pal Logan, because nothing says we care about the environment like corporate bunkers. Perhaps they're preparing for an apocalypse of sorts. Chiro, that's the plan, isn't it? But first, we need to learn about what happened here. Every location has its horrors. We can't ignore the history. 10 heures de place. Oh, we've got a problem. It seems the elites are aware of our movements. They're checking their systems, looking for informants. They know we're onto them. We need to steer clear of their radar. Chiro, we've got to get creative and find resources that they can't track. Maybe they won't know if we target the smaller farms. Summary of crimes integrated. Claremont serial killings, 1990s. Drug crimes, methamphetamine and cocaine trafficking, involving the Kingsman gang. West Point Corporation collapse, 2006. Equities first holding scandal, 2016. Perth Mint scrutiny, issues with gold trading transparency. Commonwealth Bank money laundering scandal, 2017. Fraudulent investment schemes affecting small business owners,